foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra.
Kiwe duanye no so nke ezi omume gị. Kiwe wezugara anyị nrịanja niile, ọrịa niile nke pụrụ ịdakwasị mmadụ dị ndụ. N'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye na-agwọ ọrịa. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị onwe gị bụ sinele nke ndị agha ka iwe mere anyị ebere. Ka akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka ude nke anyị na-asụ wee bịa n'iru gị. Ka iwe eme ka Biafra wee guzosi ike. Ka anyị wee n'ikpete maazụ nye ha sọgụtụtara nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise mma dịrị gị Chineke. Mma dịrị gị Chineke. Mma dịrị gị Chineke. That is the language of heaven that I have prayed in, and we shall continue.
Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you're joining me from any part of the world, Asia, Africa, Europe, America, or Australia, I thank you very much for your contributions on my channel. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much. And remember, for those of my friends who have subscribed, I thank you very much for your subscription. Each time you watch my video, go to the comment section and put down your comments. Make your contribution. Say it the way you feel it. If you want to criticize, you can criticize, but do it constructively so that we can learn from each other. Thank you so much, and remember, once again, I am here. Continue on the message of freedom. Continue on the message of the freedom of Biafra, the freedom of Odudua, the freedom of every indigenous tribe in that contraction called Nigeria. As you know, I am a bona fide Biafran, a true Biafran to the core, and I'm not ashamed of that. That is what I am. That is why I'm a follower of Asorock MAZI NNAMDI KANU. I continue to follow him because he is a very good example and someone to emulate. You can see the prayer that he has given us to do. If you have not started, it is not yet late. You can join Asorock MAZI NNAMDI KANU on the prayer. Pray for Asorock MAZI NNAMDI KANU. As you all know, he is a prayerful leader. And the only thing you can do as a follower is also to pray along with him, follow the instructions, pray as much as possible. The prayer he has given us is already doing miracles. A lot of things are happening. So many things are unfolding thanks to the prayer. Even though we cannot see Asorock MAZI NNAMDI KANU face to face or hear from him, we can hear from him through our prayers. We can hear from him through communications. Watching his broadcast every now and again, we will hear from him. The messages are all there. Everything that you need to do, everything that you need to know about your freedom, our Supreme Leader MAZI NNAMDI KANU has given it out. He fought for every indigenous tribe in that very country called Nigeria. The message is for our safety, to save the indigenous tribe in Nigeria, to save the Biafrans, to save the Odudua, to save all the Southerns. That was the message of our Supreme Leader. And today, we have to continue on that message of unity. To unify the southern part of Nigeria together, we must have to be united together. If we are not together, the battle is going to be tough. Even though we will succeed, but it's going to be tough. The Biafrans are united and they're going home. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter the propaganda you hear outside there. It doesn't matter what the DSS are pushing against us. We will always go home and we will win. We will win. The Biafrans are winning every corner in all angles. We don't want to keep ourselves busy listening to gossip. We don't listen to gossip and we don't talk about gossip. We are concentrating on the assignment that the Supreme Leader MAZI NNAMDI KANU has given each and every one of us to talk about the freedom of Biafra, to come and talk about the freedom of the people, to talk about the unity of the southern part of Nigeria. That is what we are speaking about. The southern part of Nigeria, the Oduduans, the Biafrans, the Middle Beltans, everybody have to be united together to fight this battle because we have a common enemy. A common enemy that is not indigenous to that very contraction called Nigeria, which is the Fulani Janjaweed. They are the ones that are the enemies. What they are planning is to take the life of every single soul in that very contraction called Nigeria and occupy the land. And they are doing it. They are not joking about it. Our Supreme Leader talked about it. Some people thought it was a joke. Some people called him a troublemaker. But today, most of the people that call our Supreme Leader MAZI NNAMDI KANU a troublemaker are today. They are seeing it before their own very eyes. Everything that he has said is playing out. Every information he has dished out there is playing out. The only thing we have to do now is to follow every step that he has given us for us to be safe. For us to be safe. It doesn't matter. You might like him. You might hate him. The most important thing is that he has given you the information you need to be alive. And we will continue to praise him. We will continue to follow him. We will continue to follow those steps that he has given us. That is the only way out. It doesn't matter if you're a Biafran, if you're a Odudua, you believe in him or you don't believe in him. The most important thing that you have to know is that the Fulani Janjaweeds are taking over Nigeria. They are ready to take over Nigeria, and it is not a joke. The videos are everywhere about their preparations. You can see the bandits waxing strong every day, waxing stronger. They are not relenting. Even as we are speaking, they are still kidnapping people. And your government is complicit. They are doing nothing about it. You can see people who were being kidnapped recently from Zamfara. These are places that they are telling us that they are secure. Places that they are preaching fake information to us and telling us that it's calm. Bandit is kidnapping. Kidnapping up till now, as I'm speaking to you, they are still kidnapping. Watch the latest video and what the governor has to say, how he lamented about the recent kidnapping. This is the situation. It is not just in Zamfara. This is the situation in every northern part of Nigeria. Already the northern part of Nigeria is in the hand of the terrorists. But we will not allow the same thing to happen in the southern part of Nigeria. That is why we are coming out on daily basis on our platform to talk about this. And you can do the same. Use your platform, no matter how small, no matter how big. Use it to talk about the thing that is happening in that very country called Nigeria. Use it to preach unity in the southern part of Nigeria, that all the southerners have to be together to be able to fight against this common enemy, to get our freedom. Then we can come back home and settle our differences. We do not have much differences in the south. Even though we have our differences, we don't have much differences. The only problem that we have in the southern part of Nigeria is being planted by the Fulani Janjaweed. And once we get rid of them, every tribe will be free. You will have your own nation, have access to your resources, and do whatever you want to do with it. Freedom is what we're asking for, and it is not too much to ask for. Freedom. God has given us freedom. Chukwu Okike Abiama gave each and every one of us freedom. No human being will take it for us. We will not allow you to do that, no matter how you try. You will never succeed. We will continue to preach the message, the gospel of peace, the gospel of love, that everybody will come together and fight this battle. Even though the enemies are trying as much as they can to make sure that they infiltrate the struggle and make sure that they distract our attention, we can never be distracted. As you all know, as you and I all know, the only person we are following his footsteps in this very struggle that we are in is the footstep of our spiritual leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he has proven himself legitimate. He has proven himself in so many angles. There is no stain in him, there is no corruption in him, there is no deceit in him. That is why we are following him 100%. Nobody is relenting. It doesn't matter the propaganda you hear outside there. Everybody that is talking about the struggle of Biafra is following the footsteps of our spiritual leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And every organization that our spiritual leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have established, we are following footsteps. We are following, working together with the IPOB. We are following the DOS, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself established the DOS. So whatever information they're giving us, even though we like it or we don't like it, we have to follow. We have to follow. Every other platform that Asunda Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have told us to go and listen, we are listening to those platforms. We are all human, and we have to filter the informations we get, because the devil is so powerful. There is no place you will not find a saboteur. There is no place you will not find the Judas. The Judas is in the DOS. The Judas is also among the IPOB members. The Judas is also in Biafra. There is no way you cannot find them. So when you see Judas anywhere, don't be surprised. Don't be distracted. Don't even talk about them. Don't respond to them. Focus on the struggle that we are into. That is where you have to focus. The freedom of Biafra, the freedom of every indigenous tribe in that contraction called Nigeria. There is nothing that will happen in IPOB or something that will happen in Biafra land that has not ever happened before. These are things that will happen. And everything that happens in the struggle, no matter good or bad, it is for our own good. If the enemy, the DSS, are trying to plant confusion in our midst, plant some false information in our midst to make sure that we get distracted, it will definitely work for our own good. Don't worry, don't be distracted, don't be afraid. Don't say it is over. It is not over. We are getting to the end of the road, and very soon, that very promise that our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given to us, that Biafra is here, You will see it before your own very eyes. Our supreme leader will come out very, very soon. And wherever he is praying for you. He is praying for me. The only thing you have to do is to continue to pray along with him and listen to his messages. He has left a lot of messages for us to wake us up and keep us on check. Listen to the messages of Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu every now and again. It will energize you. It will give you revelations. It will tell you what to do and when to do it. We are not in darkness. We are in the light, walking with the light. Chukwu Okike Abiama is giving his revelations on a daily basis to Biafrans individually, giving his revelations to our Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on his directives. So whatever directive that comes from Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we must obey. We cannot be stagnant and be talking about irrelevant issues. What we have to talk about is the freedom of Biafra, the freedom of Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the freedom of every indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria. We speak about it, say the truth about the situation. The subjugation of the indigenous tribe by the Fulani Janjaweed, that is what we have to talk about, and we must be free. Continue to talk about the subjugation, speak the truth, tell it to the world so that they will know what is happening, because the media, conventional media, will never say the truth. They will never say it the way it is. That is why we have taken it upon ourselves to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. And we will continue to do so. It doesn't matter how they try. They can never succeed. I will advise you, continue to listen to the messages of Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Listen to the platform he has given to us to listen to. Listen to this platform. You will get information, filtered information that you have to follow. And again, pray for the spirit of Biafra to possess you. Let us listen to one of the messages of Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to energize ourselves and strengthen us and show us the path that we shall follow. The message of our Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as I tell you, is fresh every time you listen to it. It is the food we eat. It is the energy that we always have. Listen to it every night. None of his message is old. Do not say any of the message of the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is old. They are new every morning. Let us hear from our leader, His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, once again.
Not just to save Igbo people, not just to save Ibibio, not to save Efik alone, not to save Ejo, not to save Isoko, Urobo, Ishekiri, Igodomigodo. No, not at all. But to set free everybody trapped in the colonial enclave called Nigeria. Because as I told you 2 days ago, those ruling Nigeria now are not Nigerians. If I thought there's anything like, let us assume there is something called Nigeria that Britain created. The people in charge now are not Nigerians. They are not indigenous to the land. They do not have a home. They have no home address. If you ask Fulani, where is your home address? They don't have. They are nomads. If you don't know the meaning of nomad or nomadic life, go and Google it or look for your dictionary. That was why Jonathan set up nomadic education. Nomads means people that wander, wandering people. They don't stay in one place. They keep moving all over the place. Abraham in the Bible, that begot all of us, was a nomad. Until at a time, Elohim said to him, you should stop moving about all over the place. You have to stay in one place. But these people are still one of the few primitive tribes in the world moving their livestock from one place to another. So anywhere night comes is home. I want ethnic nationalities in Nigeria to understand the mess they are in. Some of you have no idea the type of the state of hopelessness you're in. I am here to remind you of it. And you may not act upon it, but try to tell your children what you've heard on Radio Biafra. So in the future, as their mother is being raped or their sister abducted, they'll say, oh, daddy, remember that thing you told us you heard on Radio Biafra? That is why we preach this gospel the way we do. They came from Sierra Leone, from Mali, from Senegal, from Chad, because Fulani in Nigeria hasn't got the numbers to fight. The reason why Southerners have not been attacked in the north, allow me to repeat, the only reason why Southerners have not been attacked in the north is because poor Hausa peasants that the Fulanis have ground into the dust. If you want to see poverty, go to Kanu. Go to Kanu State. You see what is poverty. This same downtrodden, because Fulani is a specialist in using people. They love to use people. These same people, they have traumatized their fathers, their grandfathers, every of their lineage going back 6 generations or more. The Hausas have just realized, courtesy of Radio Biafra, that we are no longer going to go out to kill Igbo people. We cannot do it for you anymore. And the Fulanis do not have the numbers to do so. Do you know how they managed to stop tomatoes and onions from coming down these past few days? Because anywhere you have any institution, you have Fulani in it, they always aspire to be at the head, to be giving orders and command. So they set up checkpoints where the commander of that very detachment is a Fulani person. That's how they're ruling you. If all of us open our eyes tomorrow to say enough is enough, Fulani will be sent packing. I'm not asking for them to be attacked or for anybody to, but they cannot be in our forest though. Makadi Mama, they cannot be in our, no, God forbid bad thing. Let heaven fall, they cannot be in our forest. If we find them there, they are gone. And of course, some of them can testify to the goodness of the Lord in that regard. If we find you in any forest in the east, you are a goner. As I'm speaking, record what I'm telling you, record it, tape it down, and send to anybody you feel like sending it to. Our people must understand something. Those killing you are from Senegal, they are from Mali, they are from Niger, they are from Sierra Leone, they are from Chad. They came to rig elections. All of you were there when 7-year-olds were voting in Kano. You are there, you saw it. All of you saw it. People say, oh, well, why do you speak this way about black? I say, because black people are useless. They never act on that thing that is right. Never. Morally speaking, black people are bankrupt morally. Moral bankruptcy. All of you, including your INEC, including observers from Europe, all of you came down of black people while we are in the mess we are in today and why the Fulanis are ruling all of us. Visit us. A doctor will tell you to go and bring deposit. If you don't bring deposit, that somebody will die. You think it's a joke? He'll be there. He'll be looking at somebody dying. You know, when I look at doctors in Nigeria, I know that, when I say people flinch. They say, hey, don't say, I know that the devil must be a black man. See, Satan must be from Africa somewhere. Lucifer. Do you know why I say that? You see a doctor watching somebody die, a pregnant woman that requires cesarean section or operation to bring out the baby. A doctor will tell the family, go and sell your land, I don't care. And the doctor will be watching and the woman will stop breathing. She will die with the baby in her stomach. There is a type of wickedness in the heart of a black man that makes you wonder who actually made these people. After many years of considering the way we behave and the way we react, God Almighty formed IPOB and said you cannot reason like those people. For me to love you, for you people to have the freedom that I promised you, your job is not to set yourself free. Your job is to liberate the thinking capacity of an average black person all over the world. That is your job. That is the duty of Biafra. That is why I have sent you to come. Stopped. I don't know if they have stopped. I think we are back again. I think they stopped me very briefly there, broadcasting on my. That's what they keep doing, try to stop us from doing what Elohim have asked us to do, but have failed and will continue to fail. Fulani came into our land because of that same thing in a black man. When you see evil happening, you keep quiet. Because the Fulanis came and took over the Hausa land. Hausa themselves helped them to take over other people's land. Because of that, when it came to Biafra, the only people that can defend all of you, I say without apologies, everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Without Biafra, you are gone. Without Biafra, you are finished. Fulani will take your land from you and kill you in the process. You know what they did? They ganged up against Biafra. They ganged up against anybody trying to speak the truth. They killed Delegiwa, an honest man, the only journalist I know in the history of Nigeria, the only journalist I've ever known is Delegiwa. The rest are all rubbish. You can buy it. After a while, you buy them over, all of them are all rubbish. Pure bunkum rubbish. Village idiots. Delegiwa stood on the path of the truth. Babangida killed Delegiwa. Everybody knows this. That Babangida today is an elder statesman. People defer to his opinion, but he's a murderer. He's a killer. You know that Babangida is a killer. You know that very well. He killed Delegiwa because Delegiwa was exposing all the things they were doing, all the fraud with MPN and Fujro, all the things, all the evil things. Even Julius Berger, nobody will respect that man. He's in heaven, of course. They killed him. Delegiwa was fighting for a better life for everybody in Nigeria. They killed him. Nigerians did nothing. Nothing. That is part of that punishment that you're suffering now at the hands of these murderers from the Sahel. Do you think that God will forget? People don't, they go to all these churches and they sing, they jump up and down. They don't even actually understand who God is or how God operates. They have no idea. Isn't it very funny? The more churches you build, the more mosques you build, the more difficult things become. Have you not noticed it? The more churches you have, claiming you have miracle centers, the more difficult things become for you. Because you are in a period of perdition. I told you in 2015 that Somalia will be better than Nigeria. I am telling you, if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, go and apply for it now. If you have not applied for your visa to Somalia, because Somalia is hello, but it's better than, it's going to be way better than the zoo. Because when you people see evil, you condone it. And that evil has come to you. Now you are going to discover, as they say, you are about to see something you have never seen before. They came down to our land. They came down to all the way from across the Sahel to rig election in a land that doesn't belong to them. Fulani owns no land in Nigeria. They own nothing. They are visitors. They are. And all of you are there just cowardly. You're afraid of them. Oh, don't say something. Oh, please don't say anything. Oh, if you say something, don't say something. All of you, I'm just looking at people and laughing at you. Typical cowardly, wretched black people. You cannot stand up against people. They don't even have the numbers. They don't have. All they are doing is that they are boasting in the media because they control it. They can give money to a useless Yoruba newspaper editor to publish junk and write for them. That's all they rely on. If you scratch the surface, you see that they are nothing. They don't have the numbers. They don't have the strength in depth. They don't have the know-how to defeat all of us once we are united. Impossible. It is impossible to defeat. Impossible. Now, Yoruba and Igbo are now together. Unbreakable. The bonds we forged are unbreakable. Unbreakable. The East and the West, unbreakable. Imagine when we add middle belts to it, what is going to happen? Do you think anybody can stop us? They'll start begging. You know, if it's before, all of you will be drunk. Bring that food blockade. Bring it on, let us see. Are they not the ones now crying and saying, our goods are perishing, let's move food to the south? Who is begging you? Who is begging you, I'm asking? Janjaweed, who is begging you? Fulani people are not even farmers. You see how cunning, you see, they think they're smart. Are they farmers? The only thing that Fulani people do, or what every day, is to move cattle and to occupy political office. Military, politics, and moving cattle all over the place. Who are they known to be farmers anywhere? If they're farmers, why would Jonathan set up a nomadic school for them? or should I say nomadic schools for them. Why would Jonathan do a thing like that? Why, I ask you? These are some of the very pertinent questions you need to mull over every blessed day to understand the hopelessness of your situation and why you must do something urgently, if not to rescue other people, but to at least rescue your family by reasoning right. Try to reason properly. That's what we're asking you to do. How can you have, should I say, 180 million people to be overrun by people who are not up to 20 million? How is that possible? Because all of you are cowards. They get you to fight one another. They raise idiots and traitors amongst you, and you allow them to live. And the more you allow them to live, they become emboldened. They give them some chicken change. They buy houses in Abuja, they are maybe in Lagos, or they start building hotels here and there. And after a while, they now grow wings. They now think that they are opinion leaders. And they have willing allies in Yoruba media. Willing allies in Yoruba. You know, sometimes I even think that some of these people, they are possessed. They don't even know what they're doing. I'm telling you, they have no idea what they're doing. They are possessed. Because you cannot, Yoruba land is under occupation. Yoruba forests have been taken over by Fulani Janjaweed. Yet you have a Yoruba newspaper editor in Lagos, Yoruba for that matter, still trying to defend the Fulani presidency in Asorock. You know, sometimes I struggle to understand. You know, when I pray something, I say to Elohim, are you sure you created these people in your image? They said, let's create man. You know, are you sure these black people, they were made in your image? Because I have never seen such levels of stupidity ever before. Yoruba land is under occupation. They have taken over Pasovoyo. They have taken on those states. Yet you have a Yoruba newspaper editor in Punch, in Nation, in Tribune, writing in favor of the government that have just taken over their land. Hey, Lord God have mercy. Are you following me? They came from all over the place to take your land and have taken it. You can't do nothing about it unless you support IPOB, unless you support Eastern Security Network. That is your only savior. Your only savior, morning, noon, and night. IPOB will save all of you. That was why it was very, very critical for the Fulani. Britain told them, go and prescribe IPOB now. Do it. They said, no. They said, do it now, do it now. To stop them from growing. Because their influence is growing. Do you know why they demonized IPOB before all of you and the stupid, idiotic Yoruba newspaper editors went along with it? Because that is their game plan. They always divide you. They sow seeds of doubt in the minds of people so that you end up hating those that have come to save you. You know, that's a very subtle thing that, Western intelligence use in Africa, and it works perfectly well. In Africa, if you are a redeemer in Africa, those you are coming to save will end up hating you. They will hate you because there are some units within Western intelligence across Europe. That is their job. Their job is to make sure that anybody who comes out to save the people, that the people he's trying to save will hate him or hate her. That's how we are. And the black people are very, very easy to manipulate. They manipulate them. They start hitting those that came to save them. Everybody knew that what Ojukwu went to. Every day I talk about Ojukwu and Aburi Accord. Everybody knows that Ojukwu went to Aburi Accord to go and negotiate for regionalism, for restructuring, the same restructuring they are now begging for. The same restructuring. But when they came back, nobody told, Britain never allowed the people to understand what Ojukwu went for. They said, oh, he's a rebel, he's a rebel, he's a rebel. Today you are begging for the same thing that Ojukwu fought for. And a few meters from Asorock, and you claim Buhari is a military man, a general, and he's inside Asorock, he did not attend the funeral. All these things are raging, school children being kidnapped. Common national broadcast. Common national broadcast. He couldn't do. Instead, you have a country where the vice president is missing, and all of you know this. And they are telling us that anything that Femi Adesina says or Garba Shehu says, considered to be the president talking. Are you people that stupid? Are you hold on? Are you people that foolish? Does it mean that black people are so useless to the point that they can no longer reason properly? Even until even a rat can reason better. Do you know that ordinary bees, and you know bees, where you get your honey from? Even wasps. Do you know once the queen becomes very weak and can no longer perform in that role, they kill the queen. They take the queen out, throw it away, and bring in another person, groom another queen to take over. Because it is called not fit for purpose. You have a president, so you claim. The person cannot fulfill the duties and functions of a president. Why then do you still have that person in power? Because there is nobody in power. What Fulani did cleverly is this. They dangled the promise of presidency in front of Tinubu. And we black African people, being who we are, insatiable and greedy, devoid of honor, they accepted it hook, line, and sinker. Because of the promise of 2023 presidency, please do not announce that Buhari is no more. They went into their blood contract, they signed it. That is why EFCC can chase Tinubu and Tinubu can no longer talk, because he is part of the plot. And when you tell them that Fulani can never love them, they say, oh, but we are Muslim, I'm Tinubu, I'm a Muslim, they will love me. What happened to Abiola? Because you people don't know history. You don't have regard for history. Abiola was a Muslim, a very popular Yoruba politician, a successful businessman. They did not give it to him. What makes you to think they'll give it to Tinubu? Are you people insane? Can't you reason very well? Oh, dear me. Now, EFCC is looking for him. They're looking for him. He is in one almighty mess. Another one gone. After using him and his TV station and his e-rats and his newspapers to demonize IPOB. Can you imagine what could have happened had the Yoruba people risen up, Yoruba media, to say when IPOB was proscribed or that kangaroo judgment delivered, had Yoruba newspapers got up to say, no, this is wrong? Do you think today they'll be flying in their forests? A simple question. The time that all these conspiracies were going on against IPOB, had Yoruba media said, what you are doing to IPOB is wrong. They have not killed anyone. They did nothing wrong. Those with AK-47, why don't you proscribe them? Had they consistently made that very argument, they wouldn't have proscribed IPOB. And with that, Fulani cannot be in their land. But because they failed to do that which is right, that is why today their young people are fighting very bravely to rid their land of Fulani people. Because those people in the middle belt, they kept quiet. They told them, Igbo man is your problem. Biafra is your problem. They want to secede. They want to divide. They want to dismember Nigeria. You believed their lies. Yes, today, where is your village? What is your faith today? You believed in all the nonsense they were feeding you. Today, where are you? Where is your village? They fed Benjamin the same garbage. Ojuku is your problem. It was Benjamin that killed Ironsi. An Igbo man. Where is his village today? He's the one now screaming and shouting, defend yourself. Oh, dear me. I don't know when these people will acquire some sense. But we are preaching the gospel of heaven. They came from all over the place. And to make matters worse, Nigeria is a very funny place. And Nigerians are one of the funniest people on this earth. And I categorize them as one of the most foolish people to have ever existed. Colonialism, imperialism, and even neocolonialism have done a lot of damage to black people. But the damage that it did to the brain of an average Nigerian is worse. An average Nigerian cannot reason like a human being. All of them. Every time I come on air, I say this. Once you say, I am a Nigerian, I write you off as a human being. You're an animal to me. And I have my reasons. And here's one of them. Do you know who is the presidency? Let me now make it sound very childish, as if we're in a nursery school. Let us start from kindergarten, because people no longer listen very well in the zoo. I don't know if it's hardship. I don't know what it is. In Nigeria, people don't reason like human beings. They reason like animals. Even animals are better than them. And I'll tell you the reason why. Once I push you, I'll show you where you're going to fall. Let me tell you. Do you know presidency is the group of people, in this case the cabal, running Nigeria. They call themselves presidency. They have now come out today. When did this news break? The news broke today, March the 3rd. They have come out today to confirm the 2017 report of helicopters supplying arms to headsmen in Delta State. They used helicopters to supply arms to headsmen in Kaduna State, courtesy of the governor of the state, El Rufai and Buratai in the army. The same thing they did in 2017 to Delta. Do you know today that there is no fly zone? People, I don't know if are people actually following the news. Do you know that today that this same presidency announced that there is no fly zone in Zamfara? Do you know why? That they are using aircraft to supply arms to Fulani bandits. Hey, maybe English is not enough to explain this. I don't know what to do. But let me read it for you. Asorock, the Fulani presidency may have unwittingly confirmed a 2017 allegation that helicopters were being used to ferry arms to Fulani headsmen. Fulani, you know, all of you know it. That is what, do you know what pains me the most? Whoever is the news editor in channels television, they know this. AIT, they are aware. Everybody, you know all of these things. Then why are you trying to defend what is indefensible? How can you defend one Nigeria when a presidency, the president himself, have marked all of you out for destruction, or those running the zoo in his name because the idiot is dead? If you doubt me, then ask Biden why he didn't call Buhari then, because my parents are dead. Am I going to call them on the phone? I still have my mother's, my father's number on my phone. I've not deleted them. They're still there. Although I have them, am I going to call my mom and my dad? It's not possible, because I know they won't answer. The living don't call the dead. That's why Biden did not call for any Buhari, a so-called giant of Africa. Are you people not paying attention? Are you not? Does it mean that you don't listen, or you don't reason, or you don't? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you people? I ask you. This same behavior you're putting up now is the reason why Fulani killers are in your forests. But why you cannot understand that is beyond me. This same attitude, this same non-chalanta, this same attitude of, the way he's talking to us, we don't like it. But okay, maybe you like the way that the Fulani are raping your people in the bush. Or how they took over your land. Do you like that one? Do you love it? A very simple question. The time now is 10 minutes to the top of the hour. Wherever you are, it's a live presentation. I am preaching the gospel of heaven. Heaven will give me message and I pass to the living. That's my job. Heaven will give me message, and it is my duty and responsibility to pass that to those who are living. Now listen. A statement came from Asorock by Malam Garba Shehu, the new president of Nigeria. Him and Femi Adesina, they're now sharing it, which means that their end has come. The end has come. The senior special assistant to President Mohammadu Buhari on media and publicity said there was strong suspicion that choppers were being used to ferry arms to Fulani bandits in Zamfara State. Choppers, where did they get the military aircraft from? So does it mean that your radars are not working in the north? I'm saying this for the benefit of Yoruba media practitioners, especially channels, Punch newspaper, and not the rest of them. You people, you are directly, I want to say, you people, you are directly responsible for the mayhem that the Fulanis have brought upon everybody in the zoo. You are pursuing money because they were giving, APC was giving money to John Momo. He's dead now. All of you, your guy will tell you, hey, if you don't support them now, how are you going to get your salary? Let me ask Channels Television something. You people think we are stupid, don't you? Channels TV, every viable news network in the world survives with advertisement. Who has ever seen Channels TV advertise consistently? If you watch CNN now, after every 15 minutes, at least 13 minutes, you see advert. People are paying for it. NBC the something, ABC the something, Fox News the same, everywhere, Newsmax the same. They survive on advertising. BBC that doesn't do advertising, they survive by taking money tax from TV license payers in the UK and grant from the, I think it's the overseas, what I think is from the culture minister, culture, whatever. I'm no longer sure. Have you seen any adverts? How many times have you seen adverts on Channels TV? How much do they get from advert? Now, the question is this. Where do they get their money from to pay their staff and to keep the station going? They get it from the government. That's the only way to do it. There are no license fee payers in Nigeria. People don't pay TV license in Nigeria. People are not advertising. So where do you get your money from? Before that, PDP was funding AIT. Now APC is funding Channels Television. That's why you only have 2 major TV stations in the zoo, essentially. The rest is on contract. If you have something to say, you pay them and they stream it for you. You have wedding, you pay them money, they come, they stream it live. Where does Channels TV get their money from? From the government. So they must always toe the government line. And these are journalists we are led to believe. Do you see how your problems are multiplying in the zoo? Even those you are relying upon to save you cannot save you. You run to your pastor, and your pastor is more interested in building the next 10 million capacity auditorium. What is happening to you? He doesn't want to know. How many of your pastors have spoken against the occupation of our forests by these aliens from the Sahel? How many, I ask you, how many? I'm sure on Sunday you go and pay your tithe and your offering. Garuba Shehu, senior special assistant to Mohammadu Buhari, who is now dead, of course, said that they're using army helicopters to bring arms to bandits. Fulani controlled army, supplying arms and equipment to Fulani bandits from across the Sahel. And you're still talking about one Nigeria, as if your brain is not correct.
After listening to Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I must tell you, I am energized. I feel happy and stronger. What about you? What about you? If you're truly a freedom fighter and you are looking for freedom, a Biafran, Odudua, somebody from the southern part of Nigeria, an indigenous person in that very country from called Nigeria, you have to be happy and be energized each time you hear the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is fighting for you. He is fighting for me. He is as pure as anything. He is not an ethnic bigot as they paint him to be. He is not a hater as they paint him to be. He is not a warmonger as they paint him to be. He is a peacemaker. The most peaceful man you can think of in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Believe you me, if we lose him, it is going to be terrible. The Nigerian government have made a very big mistake by taking Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and now Chukwu Gabiama is in charge. We will continue to struggle and we will win. May Chukwu Gabiama continue to protect Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Gabiama continue to bless Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Gabiama continue to give him good health, give him strength, give him more revelation so that he will lead us into the Biafra, that nation that we are all hoping to go into. Very soon we will be there. Thank you so much for watching and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.